Good afternoon all. I wish to welcome everyone to the June meeting of the Health and Building Committee. Standing committees are held as part of the council meeting process in order for committee to consider reports prepared by council officers and to make recommendations regarding these reports to the monthly council meeting. Council delegates on the Health and Building Committee are Mayor Kennedy, Deputy Mayor Hickey, Councillor Chandler, Councillor Jewett, Councillor Gallagher and Councillor Turley. Statement of ethical obligations. All councillors undertook an oath of affirmation at the beginning of their term of office and declared to undertake the duties of the office of councillor in the best interests of the people of the Broken Hill local government area and the city of Broken Hill. And they will faithfully and impartially carry out the functions, powers, authorities and discretions vested in them under the Local Government Act 1993 and any other act to the best of their ability and judgment. Live streaming and recording of meetings. The committee meeting is being live streamed via YouTube and recorded and published online via council website. To those present in the meeting today, by attending in this public meeting, you're consenting to your image, voice and comments being recorded and published. The chairperson and or our general manager have the authority to pause the live stream if comments or debate are considered defamatory or otherwise inappropriate for publishing. Participants are advised they may be subject to legal action if they engage in unlawful behaviour or commentary. So any apologies? Have no apologies. Leave of absence? No leave of absence. Prayer. Can we ask Councillor Jewett to read the prayer, please, Councillor Jewett?
Almighty God, we ask you to invoke your blessing upon this council, direct and prosper our deliberations to the advancement and true welfare of the people of the council area, our state and Australia. Amen. Thank
you, Councillor Jewett. Councillor Gallagher, could you read the acknowledgement of country?
Yeah, we acknowledge the traditional owners upon the land upon which we meet and pay our respect to those elders past, present and emerging.
And thank you, Councillor Gallagher and Mayor Kennedy. Jeez,
you've got me, haven't you, Jim?
That was a bit close, wasn't it? Could you read the acknowledgement of Broken Hill's mining history?
It'd be an honour. We take time to reflect, remember and honour the over 800 miners that lost their lives and those that were crippled or maimed on the line alone. We thank the brave miners and their wives who were part of the 1920 strike and that lasted over 500 days and delivered a 35-hour working week. Mining is our past and our future.
Thank you, Mayor Kennedy. Minutes for confirmation that the minutes of the Health and Building Committee held on May the 17th, 2022 be confirmed. Do we have a mover for that?
Move that way.
Sorry, who moved it? Oh, sorry. Yeah, Councillor Chandler. Seconder. Thanks, Councillor Turley. All in favour? Unanimous. Thank you. Any disclosures of interest at all? No disclosure of interest. Council reports for tonight. Broken Hill City Council report number 13422 dated May 19, 2022. Broken Hill led reference group. Minutes of the meeting held 24th of February 22. Recommendation of the Broken Hills Council report 13422 dated May 19, 2022 be received. Do you have a mover? Move Mayor Kennedy. Seconder. Councillor Chandler. All in favour? Did you want to speak on that, Mayor Kennedy? Yes. You can, Councillor.
Question, Mr. Chair.
Yep.
These minutes are for the February meeting, but there has been one since. I mean,
yeah, just then, wasn't there? No, there's been another one.
2 or 3 weeks ago, I think.
Was there?
There was one, yeah. So I'd have to check, but yeah, there was one after this meeting because I actually chaired the last meeting, and it was only a few weeks. Not all that long ago, I'll let you know.
Right.
But the meetings are only quarterly, so it's an awful long time before they're considered by council. I just wonder why we're kind of doing it so far behind.
Can you answer?
Just have a look.
Yeah, thanks, Deputy Mayor. I might take that on notice and I'll get back to councillors via email and we'll have the minutes for the last meeting ready for the next committee meeting.
Thanks, Councillor Brown. All in favour? Oh, do you want to speak on that?
Yes, I'd like to speak. Yes, we did meet with people that are involved with the lead reference group. It was a very informative meeting just to give some perspective for the people that weren't there in the community. 1/4 of all lead levels that are tested and reported come from Broken Hill, even though we make up 1/8 of 1% of the New South Wales population. In New South Wales, most normal cities only have 1 to 2% of children over the 5 micrograms per decilitre. In Broken Hill, we have 52%. So even though it's improved, and at one stage in Broken Hill, 80% of children were over 10 micrograms per decilitre. So there has been an improvement, but we would be what is considered a third world country when it comes to lead levels. In America and Germany, they're going to 3.5 micrograms per decilitre as a safe limit. In Broken Hill, over 52% of children are over that 5, some well above that as well. So it's something that needs to be addressed. And the best way to stop lead transmission is to cover the source of lead, and that of course means vegetation. Any form of vegetation helps cover the actual lead contaminated soil completely. We need to make sure that water is affordable in Broken Hill, and we all know what happened with the IPART recently, where IPART decided to increase water charges by by inflation plus what would be considered CPI, so over 7% increase in water prices. At the same time, they told council 0.7. So I would just like to just put on notice that we really do need to move a motion that reflects that, and that we need to respond to IPART. We also need to respond to the New South Wales and federal governments. It's not acceptable that they're treating Broken Hill like a third world country. There is significant health issues when it comes to lead. One of the things that is noticeable straight away is IQs and behavioural problems. Women who have high lead when they're children, when they actually get pregnant, and then even though their lead levels can seem back to normal, when they get pregnant and have children, it can arise again. It comes out of the bones and affects the baby and the mother. So it is important, and it's something that we need to be a lot stronger on.
Thank you, Mayor Kennedy. And I'll back up what you say there, that it's a huge thing for council to get behind that, to push that to the government, to both federal and state, because the water is just, the price of water is going to be ridiculous. And that's my oldest daughter was actually youngest daughter, I should say, had high lead, and her last baby had hugely high lead, 15, reading of 15. Hadn't been in the dirt, hadn't been anywhere. The lead centre came around and tested the house, tested the yards, could not find any trace of lead whatsoever. But they have since come back and said it's possibly come out of the bones from her mother from the time. So, it's just a huge thing, and it's yeah.
So if you would allow me, Deputy Mayor Hickey, to add an addendum to what's moved there, that the minutes be received and council write to the appropriate minister in the New South Wales government and our local member, Roy Butler, voicing our concerns about the increase in water price rise via IPART and the effect that lead levels will, potential rising in lead levels will have on the community, and that part of the other information that was provided in that meeting, if that could be added there, Jay, like not that bit, Lisa, the bit like 2% of the population compared to the state, 52% Broken Hill, 1/4 of all lead, and that we should not be treated like a third world country when it comes to health issues.
Mayor Kennedy, can we go a bit further and get to that to federal level as well?
Oh, yeah, I'd be happy to add that, Deputy Mayor Hickey.
Thanks, Mayor Kennedy.
Oh, and our local member then if we go on the
Yeah.
federal. Yep.
Councillor Chandler, you happy to second that still? That amendment? Thank you. All in favour? Passed unanimously. Thank you. Item 2, Broken Hill City Council Report number 135-22, dated May 31, 2022. Minutes of the BIU Band Hall Community Committee meeting held 16th November 2021. Do we have a mover for those minutes? Yep. Councillor Jewett moved, seconded. Councillor Gallagher. Did you want to speak on those minutes, Councillor Jewett? No, all good. Councillor Gallagher? No. All in favour? That's unanimous. Thank you.
Just a question, even though it's a bit late, because I think it's an important one. And even though we probably all know the answer, the new hall heating, cooling, no action until the Broken Hill asset rationalisation process is completed. So that'll be a really good process. The general manager's been involved quite heavily, and there actually is some interest from different groups. So the question is, if you don't mind, through the chair to the general manager, just explain it briefly for those that might not be aware.
That's fine.
Thanks, Deputy Mayor. Yeah, as councillors would be aware, council is going through the asset optimisation process at the moment. We did have a briefing session about a month ago for councillors just prior to all the community engagement, and since then we have completed the community engagement with GHD, which was received very positively within the community. In the fact that it's going to be based on making sure that all the assets that council have are fit for purpose across the city for use. A lot of the community members were actually happy with the possibilities of shared use of venues, as long as there was storage space and set times. And a lot of community groups weren't actually aware of the council assets that were available for hire. So about improving those processes of the availability through council's booking system, so they know that they are available. But ultimately, at the end of this, it is around making sure that we are providing the community with fit for purpose assets rather than a large number of assets at a lower level. As you would be aware, we've got a large infrastructure backlog, and we haven't maintained a lot of these facilities for a number of years now. And this is about making sure that we can actually put the resources that council does have into the assets required to bring them up to a standard, and then look at other alternative uses for those assets. So there'll be a list of recommendations that are presented back to council over the next couple of months once they're collated, and that'll look like a number of things, but also give us some strong recommendations moving forward into the future for a growing population as well, and that's been taken into account.
Thanks, General Manager. Very good. Did any other councillors want to speak on that at all? Making mention? No, all good. Thank you. Item 3, Broken Hill City Council Report number 136/22, dated May 31, 2022. Minutes of the Friends of the Flora and Fauna of the Barrier Ranges Community Committee meetings held 12th of April 2022 and 17th of May 2022. We've got a mover to accept those minutes. Yep. Councillor Gallagher, thank you. Seconder. Councillor Chandler, thank you. Do you want to speak on that, Councillor Gallagher?
No, that's all before us.
All good. Did anybody want to speak on that? No. All in favour? Unanimous. Thank you. Right, the next item is a confidential matter. So anyone in the gallery? Oh, yeah, we have got. Thanks, JJ. Oh, sorry, I got a call for a motion to move into confidential. I just can move that way. Thank you, Councillor Turley. Seconded, Councillor Gallagher. Thank you. And a vote all in favour of that. Unanimous. Thank you. You just read out the recommendation of the confidential.
Thanks, Deputy Mayor. Item 1, Broken Hill City Council Report number 13722. Council resolved 1, that Broken Hill City Council Report number 137/22 dated May 30, 2022 be received. 2, that Broken Hill City Council issue a 12-month licence to Megan Cumming. Apologies. For use of reserve 1003026 Sturt Park with the purpose of supporting and organised recreational activities. 3, that the annual rent be the minimum Crown Lands rental, currently $535 per annum. 4, that the Mayor and General Manager be authorised to sign and execute any documents relating to the licence under the Common Seal of Council. Thanks, Deputy Mayor.
Thank you, General Manager. That is all, and it closes the meeting. Thank you.